Anyway, you can't learn this in a textbook. You got to do it. You got to feel it, understand what the steps are.
Hi guys, welcome back to site. It's Sunday. Just going to take you on the weekly tour round just to show you what's happened and what has changed over this week. So as normal, we start off in Unit 1. What has changed in Unit 1 this week? Okay, so yes, we've had the electricians back and they've started to run some more cabling. The resilient bars are up on the ceiling now, and what's going to happen is in the space between the layer of plasterboard up there and the resilient board, we're going to have our insulation. I think it's about 150 mil, but as always I can check that. And then we're going to have one more layer of plasterboard on these bars. Above that we've got another layer of plasterboard, and we've also got a 19 mil soundboard. So in total we'll have 3 different plasterboard layers, and we'll also have insulation layer as well. Still in Unit 1, when I was last here I was explaining that we put some insulation into the steel at the top of the window. We were getting some moisture when we were coming in the mornings. You see some moisture, so now that's got Kingspan in there just to stop any cold. I don't know if that's actually cold bridging, but the cold meeting the hot, and now it's being covered over by the pink plasterboard, as you do with all the stills, just to protect for fire. Whereas in the bedroom of Unit 1, that hasn't happened yet. So next time I'm on site, we'll check and see if that's been done. So this is Unit 2. I've set up a tripod just to try and give you an idea of the space in these units. This is going to be the kitchen area here, and as you can see, the electricians have been in, and we've got a lot of wires now that's going to feed all of our sockets and all of the appliances. Again, mainly it's going to be the same sort of thing. So we've got the boxing in of the stills, we've got the insulation at the top for the steel, and again boxing in, resilient bars, the plasterboard, the 2 lots of plasterboard, and space for the insulation. I don't know, yes, the plumbers have also been in here, so I think everything is plumbed now. And it's just a case of these last few ground floor flats needed electrics, and we've also been doing the insulated plasterboard on all of the outside walls. That just leads me on to the bedroom. So again, hopefully having the tripod will give you a bit more idea of the size. So I mean, it's not the biggest room in the world, but these are 1-bed units. So for a 1-bed unit, I think it's a fairly nice space. And again, all of the resilient bars are in, starting to close everything up now. Electrics, plumbing, all in this one. What I have noticed is the guys have screeded the floor here. So for some reason the bathrooms were at a slightly different height to the rest of the floors, whether that was to do with some sort of waste pipe for the original kitchen and bathroom that was here, but the guys have now screeded it so we can be on the same level when we come to do this insulation and then the flooring. So this is now Unit 3. Again, a lot more of the same. This one's come on quite a bit. If you've watched some of the previous videos, this was slightly less far along because I think the drainage for the duplex had to run underneath, so we had a trench in here for a while. Also meant that one of the walls couldn't be built. Again, we've got kitchen over in this corner, so we've got a lot of wiring. The plumbing is running on that wall behind the insulated plasterboard. So without looking at the plans, I'm not 100% sure, but it's going to be fridge, freezer in a tower unit, worktop and appliances, and then just off camera there, that's going to be where your sink is, up against one of the windows. So now just turning the camera around, bedroom is going to be through there. What we've decided to do, we're going to have the doorway here, and a bit like upstairs, we're going to have a boxed in section here, and then the door will split the window. But I'll show you what that looks like upstairs. Sounds a little bit unusual, but when we get upstairs, you'll see exactly what I mean. Also in this room, we had the damaged beam, the concrete beam that runs there. So we've got one extra steel in here. These steels, they're original from the building, and again, double plasterboard for the fire rating. One thing I would like to show you is how it looks now, where the steels go through the partition walls. At one point there was quite a lot of gap, then that was filled with a rock wool product, and I think it's called fire bat. So that's a two-part rock wool product and a paste as well that goes over it. And now the double fireboard is also surrounding it, so I would say that that exceeds the hour that we need. Okay, so this is the bedroom in Unit 3. Again, hopefully it just gives you a bit of the size. So into the duplex, this is downstairs in the duplex. Just behind the camera is where we're going to have the kitchen, which I can show you in a minute. And then in this area, you're going to have your TV on the wall there, your sofa. What we were looking at the other day, how the kitchen's is going to interact with the rest of the room. We're thinking this room would be quite nice if it had a corner sofa, and so it kind of sections it off for your living and your kitchen. So I'm now in the corner of the duplex where the staircase is going to go up to the second floor, and we're going to have one bedroom and one study up there. I think I've spoke about this a little bit before. In terms of planning, there's not enough space for 2 bedrooms, but again, if we rent it to someone, if we sell it to someone, obviously we're not going to have control over if they use it as 2 bedrooms or not, but from a purely planning perspective, this is a 1 bedroom, 2 person, and we have a bedroom and a study upstairs. Just over to my right, let's see if the camera will follow me. Okay, and it has. So this is the bathroom. It is something that we have built, so we're feeling it's kind of tight, but this is the first time that we are doing these conversions. So once we have built one, we can decide for the next project if we do feel that they need to be a little bit bigger. In terms of actual size, it's not small when you look at the guidance and things like that, but it's just maybe if there is room to go slightly bigger, it might work in terms of a premium for sales, or maybe even slightly higher on the rent. But this is what we're working with now. So we're going to have a bath at the back, we're going to have a sink and a toilet. In the corner here, we're going to just knock that wall out under the stairs, so we're going to have a box winder, so we've probably got sort of up to chest height, so we could slide a slightly longer bath in, because we'll have the shower and the tap end here, and like I say, slightly longer bath going in. So upstairs, some of the flats are a lot more finished than downstairs. I'll take you through the ones that are a bit further along. We had building control on Tuesday, and this flat number 6 has actually been okay to go to the next stage, which is plastering. That's because we've got the insulation in and the plasterboard for the ceiling is already in, and it's been seen and ticked off by building control, whereas as you've seen downstairs we've just got the resilient bars just awaiting the insulation and the plasterboard. So number 7, flat number 7 is a lot further on. Like I say, we've got the board up, all okay to plaster now. Basically, I think this one is pretty much just ready for plastering as far as I know. We've got all of the external board on, got all of the acoustic on the separating walls and on the internal walls as well. One thing hopefully the camera can see, just about, like downstairs where I said we are going to separate the window with some plasterboard so that we can fix our door. We've also done that here in number, did I say 6 or 7? This is 6 or 7, so we'll work that out in the car. So in the bedroom of this unit upstairs, I think this is a fair size, and also because it's square, whereas downstairs, the downstairs bedrooms at the back, the 2 corners, they have a slight cutout. That's because when it was an office, you had access for cars around the back, so they've made a bit of a 45-degree angle to allow the cars to get around the back. But these, where they're square, I think it's perfect size for a 1 bed. This opening here is, as we spoke about before, so that we can have the separate bedrooms and the doors, we need to have a fire escape window. So we're going to change this window out just so that the height and the amount of escape area is enough for the fire eggs. This is unit 5 and this is the largest of our units. Currently the camera is sitting in the kitchen. It's going to be a horseshoe shaped kitchen with a peninsula, and just off camera to the side there you're going to have your storage cupboard, and then this will be your seating area, TV, or TV, I can't remember, maybe it's that way I think in this one. So you're going to have your TV. As you can see, the guys having their lunch and stuff in here, and there's still plenty enough room for your kitchen and other bits and pieces for your living area. Just off of your living area we've got a slight bit of corridor, and then your bathroom is in here, and we've got the bedroom in there. Again, a fair sized bedroom, and the good thing with all of these bedrooms and the flats in general is these big windows are bringing in a lot of light, so I think that's a real bonus for anywhere really, to have a lot of natural light. Right, so I'm in the bathroom of unit 7. In this one we're going to have a quadrant shower. So we basically picked the quadrant because this one has got 1 window, so the quadrant fits in nicely. Then we're going to have sink and toilet to the front. Some of the bathrooms have got double windows, so they're going to have a single piece of glass, like a shower cover, shower screen. So they're going to have a single shower screen, and the shower base will be a bit longer. But that's purely because there was no way to return into the wall. I don't know why, but Unit 7's always been one of my favourite units, probably because of the amount of light. So we've got a small window, and then we've got the 2 large windows, and we've also got the same as the other side, another window in the side wall in the bedroom as well. So maybe it is just how light it is. Also it's quite square, the one on the other side, It's got that slight piece of angled wall that comes out into it, so it doesn't give you such a nice square living and kitchen area. So this is the bedroom in Unit 7, very light with the 2 windows, one behind you and one over here. And I think this is a very good sized bedroom. As I keep on saying, they're all 1 beds, so for a 1 bed flat, I think this is a really good size bedroom. Yeah, and still, like I say, probably one of my favourites of all 7. So one thing that we are going to be doing, we are going to be inviting people to come to an open day here and have a look around in person. We'll try and answer any of your questions if you have any. So if you think that would be helpful to you, then we would love to see you. Okay guys, that's it for this week. If you've made it all the way to the end, please consider subscribing. Any comments will be welcomed. And also, I'm on Instagram, same, Stephen Knowles Property. So if you want to shoot me any direct messages, you can do so there. Thanks very much guys, bye.